injured here. 2v2 Medean Cliff Mines, blue side. We have WorGeordie as an Apothecary. Fights melee by default. Support commander that heals. Ultramarines DLC. CK MurderIsArt as bright pink Chaos Lord. Big tanky melee commander, very tough. Walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Nice damage late game too. Red side we have Wurgl as a Commissar Lord. Melee commander, support and offense. Can buff his troops too. And Acra as a Ravener Alpha, fights ranged by default, great mobility, can build tunnels for all of its allies to use. Shooting up some heretics here, which forces them off. Looks like he's pushing quite hard on CK early on, all the way to his natural power here with Termagants and the Ravener Alpha, leaving his Hormagaunts to cap. So he has a tunnel down there, bringing Termagants to the front line. Here comes the Chaos Lord though, walking right through those rocks and going for the Ravener Alpha. I suppose we'll be seeing the Combi Flamer. Apothecary is over here helping out too. He's getting forced down though, taking a lot of damage from the Ravener Alpha. Acra retreating his Termagants before they took a model loss. Also retreats the Ravener Alpha. That might have been a misclick. Might have meant to retreat the Ravener Alpha, but this tunnel is going down. Apothecary heals himself. Tunnel gives you a nice amount of red resource there, 15 with double sentinels for Wurgl, which will hurt his ability to cap early on. Since they can't cap, they can only decap. They are tier 1 vehicles, so they can't be suppressed and can't retreat or anything like that. Huge fighting on this north side. Chaos Lord forced off. Sentinel took loads of damage though. Tyranids of course do not have a repair unit, so Acra can't help him out with that. Heretics cap the northern VP, which is natural for red. And we have Loyalist Tactical Marines forced off by a Commissar Lord. Hormagaunts on Chaos Space Marines. Chaos Space Marines are pretty good in melee for a ranged unit. And looks like they're winning against these Hormagaunts. But they get stomped. Don't lose a unit though, a model, sorry. Hormagaunts down to 5 members, can now try and cap the central VP. South is red. The naturals have swapped then. With a multi-last turret covering blue's natural power on this south side, which is WorGeordie's responsibility. His Apothecary has the Sanguine Chainsaw, which makes him ridiculously tough in tier 1. Can't force him down nearly as easily as he could before when he's got that thing. In he goes into melee combat against Guardsmen, who really poor in melee combat. Sentinel stomps the Tactical Marines. They're trying to shoot up the turret and they've got a flamer, and the turret doesn't last a second once that flamer comes out. Scouts busy capping while all this is going on. What's he going to do now? He's shooting up the Commissar Lord, who has his default shield up. Here comes the other Sentinel from the centre. Needs to be careful. Doesn't have a lot of HP, but do have Guardsman support. 374, 500. We have a Warrior Brood on the field for Acra. He's back at base, healing up everything now. CK went for double CSM. I assume WorGeordie is going for Assault Marines. Apothecary still in there, leading the line. To be a lot more aggressive with him when you get this chainsaw of his. Tactical Marines will now cap the south, which they do faster than any other unit. Apothecary trying to finish off this Sentinel with his bolt pistol. Can he do it? And he does. Wurgl loses a Sentinel then. Chaos Lord went down on the north side. Acra hitting power with all of his stuff apart from his commander, who is capping the northern wreck point. Warriors on the field then. Heavy infantry start off as a melee unit and they give you a basic synapse, decreasing the damage that non-synapse creatures take. These Termagants are out of range of it though. Should be meleeing both of those things. You see these Hormagaunts can't all attack because there's not enough room. But he's getting through the generators. Heretics can't do much in a default state against all of that. We do have Corn Worship here, boosting the speed of these retreating units. Blue team under a lot of pressure now. Acra's got quite a sizable tier 1 force together. Here comes the Apothecary, is going to charge. He gets crippled though by toxin sacks, taking a lot of damage despite that sanguine chainsword. Gonna need to pop a heal on himself, I think. Doesn't have the energy and just retreats. Here come the Assault Marines though. Jump infantry, very good at disruption when they land and fight in melee. Though need their sergeant to be a really viable melee unit, I think. Tier 2 for Wurgl. And he's shooting up this node. Blue team lost tons of power. Red team, by contrast, have triple gens up on both nodes. 330 plays 466. Tier 2 for MurderIsArt first. What's he going to go for then? Doesn't have the resources to go for anything right now. Commissar Lord and 2 guardsman squads with their sergeants taking up to 9 members. Sentinel decapping the centre. We have a Havoc squad on the way for CK, which I probably would have got in tier 1 up against Tyranids and Imperial Guard. Imperial Guard especially can struggle against a well-used setup team in tier 1. And a full retreat here from Acra without losing a model again. Been quite apprehensive overall, retreating quite early, but it served him well. He's done excellent in unit preservation, has upgraded all of his tier 1 squads, apart from the Warrior Brood. I assume he's waiting for adrenal glands, which are a tier 2 upgrade. 305, 466. Here comes both commanders for the blue team to the centre, and some Assault Marines and double CSM. No upgrades for the CSM yet, can't see Eternal War on them. Commissar Lord in a bit of trouble here, uses Kill to Weak, which heals him up fantastically well. Hit all of those Hormagaunts and Warriors. But now he's hurting again, might get a heal from the Apothecary. Does get a heal in retreat. Here comes the Commissar Lord. No war give for him, no war give for the Raven Alpha either. Commissar Lord does have his combi flame. I haven't seen him use Immolate yet. Blood Crusher on the field for CK, a demon with vehicle armor. Pretty quick and fights melee. Commissar Lord gets away. Still level 1. Chimera on the field, lost both of his sentinels. Support vehicle for Imperial Guard here, reinforcement point and a transport, and of course guardsmen reinforced so quickly, especially now that they're fully upgraded with Commissar and Sergeant. They will reinforce 3 at a time. Tunnels around here for the Raven Alpha, capping the south. Scouts not shooting at him, probably because of that Chimera. They might lose a squad here. Retreated quickly and get away. Assault Marines on Acra's base in melee with a Commissar Lord who has his Power Fist. Lucky to get away with that casualty, I think. Warrior Brood have their adrenal glands, I see there. Giving them the melee heavy, which does good damage to all targets. Also have a Venom Brood on the field. No ranged synapse for it yet though. Do we have Corrosive Devourer? We do have it on the way for Acra's Raven Alpha. Now getting shot up by CSM, who still don't have any upgrade at all. Commissar Lord has Armour of the Inferno, let the Galaxy Burn, very good against ranged Tyranid blobs. Do we have ranged synapse yet? No. Is he getting engaged? Chaos players, needs to target that Blood Crusher with that Venom Brood, I think. Blood Crusher's going after them, and they're not going to be able to fight here. Maybe the Warrior will be able to scare it off. The Warriors. There's Immolate from the Combi Flamer, and full retreat again from Acra. Plague Marines on the way for CK. I think Wurgl losing both of those Sentinels was pretty rough. Has Stubbornness now, going after some Assault Marines. Apothecary I don't think has the energy to heal. No, he does. Has improved medical equipment, which gives him a lot more energy and energy regeneration. And Melter Bomb on that Chimera. Double Plasma Guardsman though, which is very, very bad news for heavy armor. Deadly Galaxy Burn on those Guardsmen. They get in the Chimera to avoid it. Assault Marines again get away without losing a member. No Sergeant for them though. Blood Crusher wants to finish off this Chimera here. Blood Crusher doing decent damage to all targets, especially if it gets a rear armor hit. Guardsmen are going to get out and repair, but it's not enough. Blood Crusher takes it out, another huge loss for Wurgl, now getting some Stormtroopers. 2-1 cap for Blue, 302, 369, do the Men of Brew have their synapse? No. We do have a zone stroke on the field for Acra. Seeing a lot of love in 3.18 with that speed boost it got. Floating around, artillery unit, doesn't need to set up. Also gives a health regen synapse, but you need to be pretty close to it to get that benefit. Blue team pushing well here, have retaken the map completely almost, and CK now has Plague Marines, who of course got that nice speed buff in 3.18. Where are they? There they are. Look at them go. Have a missile launcher which snares vehicles, and they're very, very tough.
Generator operational.
Mainly because of the ridiculous health regeneration that they have. Zone Probe getting shots off on those CSM. Needs to be careful, does retreat them in time. 302, 333, 2-1 for Blue. We have more Assault Marines on the field for WorGeordie. Hasn't upgraded the first squad with the Sergeant yet. Chilling out in the centre with his Apothecary. Doesn't have an arm upgrade. He's level 3 though. In go the Assault Marines. Tying up these Guardsmen who are pretty dangerous with these plasma guns. Plague Marines moving into force melee as well, I think. Zoanthrope is very vulnerable and just retreats. Manticore on the way for Wurgl. Double Assault Marines is going to be a pain, especially since Wurgl lost that Chimera. Commissar Lord gets away with half HP. On the north side there's Deadly Galaxy Burn, and here comes the Blood Crusher and full retreat from Acra. Tier 3 for CK, Tier 3 for Acra. 298 plays 310. South is red. We have Stormtroopers with melter guns shooting up generators too. How quickly they take them out. Commissar Lord chasing Plague Marines. Again, Blues taking over the map. CK retreats his CSM without taking a loss. Him and Acra go in Tier 3 almost exactly the same time. 286 plays 309. Assault Marines again scaring off those guards when he needs another Sentinel, I think, or some Ogrins or something. Easier said than done, doesn't have the resources. And Guardsmen in full retreat. I think the Manticore was a mistake. And there's nothing he can do against WorGeordie right now. Double Assault Marines are just a huge headache for him to deal with. Both have their Sergeant now too. If they can jump in and get a good merciless strike on those Guardsmen, that's very, very painful. Gets a Melter Bomb on the Manticore, sorry. Being double repaired though by Guardsmen. Guardsmen repair faster than other units, I believe. As fast as Commanders do. Adrenal Gland Warriors and Termagants and Warrior Venom Brood, sorry, and a Zoanthrope hitting this natural power of CK. Chaos Lord taking a lot of damage, fully upgraded now with Icon of Pawn Assault. Might be saving up for a great unclean one. Stormtroopers trying to take the central VP. Plague Marines force melee. We have a tunnel coming down here. Plague Marines lose a member to the Commissar Lord's Power Fist and he can finish the cap.
Our fortification generator operational.
Acra has a very nice army though, so it's not over. CK surely is saving for a Great Unclean One, needs 30 power, which he'll have in just under a minute. There's a Manticore Strike and a Tyranids formation. Did some nice damage, don't know how many models it took out though. I think it took out 2 Chaos Space Marine models. Didn't quite have the impact they were hoping, I don't think.
One of our generators is under attack.
Commissar Lord now in trouble in melee with a lot of stuff gets away. The Apothecary has armor of the Apothecary, and that was that constant heal that you saw. You should stop using it now. There we go. (212,197). Tier 3 for WorGeordie. CK can get a Great Unclean One, he's not though. 205,197, and Guardsmen are shooting up this node. This node has been under constant attack. Also no power here for blue. They've done fantastically well considering how many times their power has been hit. 1-to-1 cap now. North is uncapped. Raven Alpha shooting up some Plague Marines who are turning and going for this generator. Their missile, of course, doing very nice damage to it. One more missile and it'll go down. Don't think the Raven Alpha is going to be able to scare them off, especially with CSM helping out. Does take out a member though. Raven Alpha is taking a lot of damage. Will it get away? Plague Marine pulses do damage over time, and the Raven Alpha goes down. Meanwhile, in the center, Chaos Lord forced off. Warriors trying to take him out in melee as he retreats. Don't think they're going to be able to. Squashing some Tyranids formation, capillary towers. Great Unclean One is on the way for CK. 196 plays 192, 2-to-1 cap for blue. Very close. Wurgl, the only player not in tier 3 stormtroopers, forced off by this flame. Tactical Marines force melee on retreat, take out a single model. Venom Brood gonna get caught by the Chaos Lord? No. Manticore Strike hits the Apothecary, and that's it, because these Assault Marines can simply jump out of the way. Great Unclean One hits the field for CK. Commissar Lord at north now. Oh my god, don't think they're going to be able to finish this cap. Getting shot to pieces by double CSM, who still do not have any upgrades at all. Done incredibly well with those vanilla CSM. Channel goes down. Loads of stuff got out of it before that though. Tactical Marines, will they lose a member in retreat? No. Guardsmen stop shooting. Also going to cap south and cap this wreck point for a 2-to-1 for blue. Great Unclean One is in the center. Super unit for Chaos. Hugely tough, fights in melee, has a lot of nasty abilities too. Has some heretics to worship the big fella. What are they doing? Just hanging back. Triple cap for blue now. Surely it's all over. There's an Imperial Abyss on Tyranids. Looks like it did a lot of damage, but they retreated out of it for the most part. Terminators hitting the field for WorGeordie. Surely that is it. Terminators and a Great Unclean One. No way red team can come back. We do have double tier 3 lictors for Acra.
An ally has secured a power node.
Not sure what he's going to try and do with them. Is he going to engage with Terminators? They have flesh hooks and assault leap. And he's engaging Terminators in melee. with Ravena Alpha support, and here come the rest of the Tyranids. Looks like he's just going to try and take the northern BP. South has been decapped, but the Great Imperium one and double assault marines means there's no chance for these guys. Great Imperium one tossing one aside. Chaos Lord takes the centre for a single cap. Tyranids trying to take north, but these Plague Marines are a nuisance. Look out what they're standing up against. Are they going to be forced to retreat? They explode when they die, of course, healing themselves but damaging enemies, and they get away. But it doesn't matter. Red team have conceded. Excellent unit preservation from WorGeordie. I think Wurgl losing those sentinels, losing that Chimera was the game changer. Acra did pretty well. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.